Hello students, let us continue with the chapter tissues, but here we will be discussing muscular tissue and nervous tissue. Muscular tissue is made of elongated cells known as muscle fibers. The muscle fibers are made of special proteins called contractile proteins which relax and contract, and thus movement occurs. Let us now discuss the three types of muscle cells. First of all, the voluntary muscles. The voluntary muscles work according to our will and wish. For example, moving the hand, leg, etc. Therefore, since they work according to our will and wish, they are known as voluntary muscles. These voluntary muscles have striations, that means alternate bands of dark and light striations or stripes. Therefore, they are known as striated muscles. Since these muscles are attached to the bone or skeleton, they are also known as skeletal muscles and therefore responsible for involuntary actions. Now these cells are cylindrical in shape. They are multinucleate. That means each cell contains more than one nuclei. Not only that, they are unbranched. Next, let us see the involuntary muscles. The involuntary muscles, as the name suggests, are responsible for involuntary actions. That means these actions does not take place according to our will and wish. For example, breathing, movement of the intestine, that is peristalsis, etc. It happens on its own. These cells are spindle-shaped, uninucleate and unbranched. They do not have any striations. Therefore, they are also known as smooth muscles or non-striated muscles or non-skeletal muscles because they are not attached to the skeleton. Next is the cardiac muscles. The cardiac muscles are found in the heart and they are responsible for the continuous beating of the heart. Therefore, they are involuntary muscles. They are cylindrical, branched, uninucleate, but they have faint striations. Not only this, they have intercalated disc. With that, we have finished the discussion of muscular tissue. Next is the nervous tissue. The nervous tissue is very complicated. It receives stimulus from the external environment, and in response to the stimulus, it sends the responsive commands. The nervous tissue is found in the brain, spinal cord and the nerves. Each cell of the nervous tissue is known as a neuron. Many nerve fibers together form a bundle and is known as a nerve. It is bound together by the connective tissues. Each neuron has three important parts, that is the cyton or the cell body, the axon and the nerve endings. The cyton is further divided into branches known as dendrons. These are further subdivided into thin parts known as dendrites. Within the cyton is present the cytoplasm, and suspended in the cytoplasm is the nucleus and the micelle granules. The cyton or the cell body is produced into a long tubular structure known as the axon, which terminates in the nerve endings. Now, between the two neurons is present a gap known as synapse. The nerve impulses travel through the cyton, axon and reach the nerve endings. Then they cross the gap and it is then detected by the dendritic tips of the next neuron. These electrical impulses travel very fast in the body. So information is sent very fast through the electrical impulses. But nervous tissue is not found in each and every part of the body. The nervous tissue in combination with the muscular tissue brings about movements. Therefore, there is a gap between the neuron, that is the nerve endings, and the muscle. This gap is known as the neuromuscular junction. The electrical impulses cross from the nerve endings to the muscles. Thus, the messages are sent and action is done. Therefore, there is a constant interaction between the nervous tissue and the muscular tissue in case of animals. These two work together to bring about movement in animals. Thus, we have completed this chapter, tissues. Thank you.